Welcome to Indiana.
Yeah,
What
thank
has
you.
the last couple days been like for you?
It's been a whirlwind. It's been crazy, a lot of emotions, but I'm excited to be here and excited to get started. So, all the people have been super cool. I'm learning names right now, so give me a couple days, I'll get everybody's name, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Was the last couple days a transition for you where you had to come to the realization you're moving on and then kind of quickly, as you said, start to get to know everybody and think about your future?
Yeah, it's just all been crazy, unexpected to say the least, but, for the best. So I'm just excited to be here.
Now, what was racing through your mind as getting moved to a different team as you're cross country on a flight with a couple of guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I didn't think I had no idea that this was going to happen, but I'm excited because it's closer to home for me. I'm a Midwest kid through and through, so I'm really excited to be closer to home and just be in the Midwest.
So you had no anticipation, hey, my name's even out.
Nah, none, zero.
Tyrese mentioned that for this stage of your career you'll be ready. You'll be ready to take over and lead this team. So, what have you learned from Sacramento, from him specifically, that you'll carry with you over here?
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of different things, just a lot of lessons, and through the good and the bad in Sacramento, just learning every day from great people, and just lessons that I'll take with me, and I'll learn a lot more. I'll learn a lot more, in my time here, and just keep putting that in my toolbox.
How long do you anticipate it taking to kind of absorb new offense, new team, new situation, settle in?
Yeah, I have no clue. I mean, it's all going to be a learning process. I don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. I could play amazing, or I could be trash. I have no clue. I'm ready to go.
What do you think about the idea of playing for Rick Carlisle?
Oh, I'm excited. I know he was trying to get me in the draft when he was in Dallas, and so it's not a surprise that he went and got me when he had the chance here. So I'm just really excited to learn. He's had a lot of great players, a lot of great guards, so just ready to learn as much as I can.
What were those conversations, do you remember, before the draft like with him?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we didn't have I don't think we had a conversation. It was just that I knew Dallas was trying to get me, so we didn't have any conversations leading up to a couple days ago.
So one of the big things this team's lacked is three-point shooting and playmaking. It seems like you kind of check both of those boxes.
Yeah, I can do both those things, so I'm excited to bring that to the table and give guys confidence to do that alongside me. I think if you put good energy into the ball, good things happen. So as long as I'm bringing good energy here, I think we'll be just fine.
Tyrese, 2 weeks ago you were saying how much you wanted to help right the ship in Sacramento. Is there any sting with not getting an opportunity, and how do you, I guess, move past that and start this new chapter?
Yeah, no, I mean, they didn't want me. They went a different direction, and it's part of the business. So it happens. I'm just excited to be here, excited to get going.
On
the same note, I guess I can imagine it's hard to try to buy in somewhere else or try to trust another organization after they do like after promising you you be in the future. I guess how do you try to buy in here and look toward the future?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's scary, right? I put a lot of love, a lot of trust in Sacramento, and kind of immersed myself in the community and with the people, and they just got rid of me. But it's part of the business. And I think that's kind of part of my best trait. You know what I'm saying? Is it's like somebody who just loves hard. You know what I'm saying? Like
I want to be here. I want to be a part of it, and it can be the biggest upside, but it can be a big downfall too. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt when I got traded because I loved being there and I love the people. But coming here, I'm gonna do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They've showed me none but love since I've gotten here, and they're another organization taking a chance on me when they have no reason to. So I'm gonna put everything I got into this.
Obviously, we saw a lot of tweets where we did hear that you were hurt, but we haven't heard it from your own words. How you were feeling in that moment, and I guess when that flip kind of switched, Coach, he recognized that you have to have empathy for guys because you've been through a lot in the last few hours.
Yeah, it was just overwhelming. I mean, I just had no indication. They gave me no idea that this was gonna happen. Like, I was eating breakfast, I was about to go to the facility, and I got a call that I could possibly be traded, and 30 minutes later I was traded. So it was just overwhelming, so much going on at once. And like I said, I love the people there and love my situation and just the relationships I had. I think that's more important than anything, just the relationships I had with people. I'm big on people first, so it was just, that's why I hurt, but it's all part of it.
Since you weren't expecting it, who told you about it, or how did you find out?
My agent called me, and I was on the phone with one of my best friends, George Niang. I was talking to him, and then got a call from our GM, and I was traded. Though it was, and then I was just with my girlfriend, and then I was on the phone all day with people, and then the best part I think about it was that night, they played the Timberwolves, and then a lot of guys and people in the staff came over, and we just hung out, all night, guys. Just sharing stories or, whatever it is, just hanging out because, it's still relationships and bonds that I'll have for the rest of my life. So a lot of guys came through, and spending time with them was, that was probably the highlight of that day for me.
Does that add a chip at all? I mean, I know you're motivated already, but does that, you expect to be somewhere and then they ship you off? Does that add anything?
Yeah, no question. I think I use everything, whether that was growing up and not being highly touted, highly recruited, or getting in the draft, sliding a little bit. I just use everything I can, as extra edge for me, and this is definitely going to add fuel to the fire.
You've only been here a day, but you have played against him before. What do you think of Pacers rookie Chris Duarte? A guy could be playing with a lot going forward.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I am a part of JJ Redick's podcast, Oh Man 3, and somebody shared a clip the other day, and they asked me who was the biggest surprise for me earlier in the year, and I talked about Chris. I love his game. I didn't get to watch his workout in Sacramento, but they were telling me about how good he was. So, it's not a surprise to me how good he's been playing. And as me, somebody had some success as a rookie. I hope I can just share as much knowledge, and we'll grow our relationship, and the future's bright.
Being a Midwest guy, did you follow the Pacers much, or what memories, if any, do you have of this team?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I found a video on my phone. NBA 2K14, my career, I was on the Pacers. They were my 2K team for like 3 years. PG's a good friend of mine, so growing up I used to play as them all the time. CJ Miles, I used to kill with him on 2K, so I think that's part of the reason I wear 0. But yeah, no, it's just, and playing with Lance is gonna be fun because growing up I was a big LeBron fan, whether it was Miami or Cleveland. So you can imagine playing with Tristan was fun for me, and then playing against Rick, who I hated the Mavericks in 2011, and then playing with Lance, blowing in the man's ear and stuff. So I'm just really excited. There's a lot going on. It's like a lot of guys that I've looked up to, and I'm just excited to get going.
So being with the same agency, did you work out with Paul in the summer at all?
No, I didn't work out with him, but just a good relationship. I texted him. He's given me some spots to go here, a barber and stuff like that. And I told him, I messed with him, said I was going to walk in and demand 24 or 13, but no, just having those simple conversations.
Ty, before you go, first impressions of Indy, and how excited are you to play here in a state that loves basketball?
Yeah, I haven't really got to go around anywhere. I got here late last night and was doing MRIs and stuff all day, but I'm excited to get out and see the city a little bit. I think I'm currently a free agent when it comes to being a football fan, so maybe I'll be a Colts fan. I had Jonathan Taylor in fantasy; he carried me to the championship. And yeah, so I'm excited. There's just a lot of different things that I hope to be able to see. And I got family. I got a lot of family lives in Kokomo, Indiana, so it's close. So I've been here. I've came here every summer, like my whole life, and played in Spiece and all that stuff in AU. And Kyle Guy, a good friend of mine, from Indiana. So I'm just really excited. And there's a lot of people that I've talked to who have been here and love it. So I'm just excited to get going.